He didn't remember when the race started. He only knew that somehow he had been running for as long as he could remember. Before this story unfolds, if stories like this matter to you, if you believe real stories can save real lives, please like this video and subscribe. Someone out there is still silent, and this story might reach them in time. Even as a child, rest felt illegal. Stillness felt like falling behind. While other children played without clocks ticking in their heads, his was always counting down. Grades mattered. Approval mattered. Being ahead mattered. He called it ambition. The adults praised him for it, so he believed them. Such a focused child. So driven. He's going places. What they didn't see was the quiet fear underneath it all. The fear that if he stopped, even for a moment, he would be forgotten. That if he wasn't progressing, he was failing. So he kept moving. He chased good grades first. Not because he loved learning, but because good grades meant safety. They meant smiles from teachers, approving nods from parents, the feeling that he was doing life correctly. When one exam ended, another waited. When one certificate was earned, another was suggested. There was always a next thing, always a higher bar. He told himself, once I get there, I'll relax. But there kept moving. School turned into better schools. Better schools turned into qualifications. Qualifications turned into certifications. He remembered hanging certificates on the wall and feeling nothing. Just a brief exhale before the next chase began. Money came later. He convinced himself that this time it was different. Practical. Responsible. Necessary. He worked harder, stayed later, answered emails when everyone else slept. He watched his bank balance grow and felt proud for about 5 minutes. Then he wanted more. A better job, a better title, a better salary. When he met his wife, he thought he had finally found the finish line. She was beautiful in a quiet way, the kind of beauty that didn't beg for attention. She made life feel softer and slower. For a while, he allowed himself to believe that love would finally teach him how to stop running. But even then, the race only changed shape. He wanted to be a good husband, then a great husband, then a provider, then a man admired by other men. They bought a house. He called it a blessing. Almost immediately, he started thinking about a bigger one. They had children, wonderful children. He loved them fiercely. He told himself everything he was doing was for them. Every late night, every missed moment, every not now. I'm building something, he would say, for us. But he rarely sat with them without his mind drifting somewhere else. Another goal, another plan, another future version of himself who was finally calm, finally content, finally at peace. He never gave himself permission to celebrate the wins, because the wins felt temporary, fragile, replaceable. Every mountain he climbed revealed another one behind it, taller, steeper, more demanding. And he kept climbing. There were signs, quiet ones. Exhaustion became his default state. Silence felt uncomfortable unless it was productive. Joy felt delayed, postponed to some imaginary later date. Sometimes, late at night, he would lie awake and feel an odd emptiness in his chest. Not sadness exactly, more like hunger. A sense that something essential was missing, though he couldn't name it. He ignored it. He always did. Because slowing down felt dangerous. Because stopping felt like losing. Because he had built his entire identity on forward motion. Then his body betrayed him. At first, it was small things, fatigue that sleep couldn't fix, a tightness in his chest he blamed on stress, dizziness he laughed off. He told himself he was just tired. Everyone was tired. He kept running. Until one day, he couldn't. Now he lay in a hospital bed that smelled of disinfectant and quiet inevitability. Machines hummed softly around him, as if trying not to interrupt his thoughts. His body felt heavy, not just weak, but distant, as though it was already beginning to leave him behind. Time moved, strangely there. Minutes stretched, memories compressed, and for the first time in his life, there was nowhere left to run. He stared at the ceiling, and something settled in his chest. Not panic, not fear, clarity. A realization so simple it almost felt cruel. He had been lied to. They said people lived once and died once. But he understood now. People live every day and die once. All his life, he had thought he was preparing to live. But he saw it clearly now. He had been dying a little every day. Dying for the next achievement. Dying for the next milestone. Dying for a future version of himself that never arrived. He had postponed joy. Postponed rest. Postponed presence. He traded today for tomorrow so many times that today quietly disappeared. He thought about the moments he rushed through. Conversations half listened to. Sunsets he didn't watch. Laughter he cut short because he had somewhere else to be. He wasn't unhappy, but he wasn't fully alive either. He realized how clever the illusion had been, how respectable, how praised, how normal. No one warned him that he could succeed his way into emptiness. No one told him that chasing everything could cost him himself. As he lay there, memories came differently now. Not as achievements, but as missed pauses. Times he could have stayed. Times he could have rested. Times he could have simply been enough. He didn't feel anger, just a deep, aching sadness, mixed with gratitude. Sadness for what he had misunderstood. Gratitude that he understood it now, even if late. The race ends whether someone wins it or not. What matters is whether they were awake while they ran. He didn't know how much time he had left. But if anyone could still choose, he hoped they would hear this. They didn't need to earn their right to rest. They didn't need to become more to be worthy now. They didn't need to postpone their lives until some imaginary finish line. Celebrate the wins, even the small ones. Sit longer in moments that feel ordinary. Arrive where you already are. Because one day, the race stops without asking permission. And he hoped that when that day came for others, they wouldn't be meeting themselves for the first time.